quick. Colorado is a trip. Check this out. This is Colorado. Now, I've been in this place a couple times, the Denver International Airports, and the Denver International Airports gained notoriety when they decided to take their perfectly good airport and then build a new one and then decorate the inside with these absolutely horrific murals that still stand there to this day. And they've actually even added other things. As soon as you get to the Denver International Airport, you'll see Lucifer outside, this giant, blue, veiny, large penis, big rectum, glowing-eyed monster that literally killed the guy that made him. This statue killed the guy that made him. So right off the bat, that's a lucky thing, right? Like, oh, you guys, hey, we're building a monstrous blue horse with red glowing eyes, a huge penis, and a great big butthole for whatever reason, and it killed the guy that made it. So that seems like a lucky thing. So let's continue with that. So they did. So you've got Lucifer, all right? Lucifer is outside, and then you look at the airport, and the airport is filled with crazy stuff like this. Well, I don't know, Masonic capstone right here. And blah, blah, blah. I'll put links in the comments or the chats right now, and I'll leave links below. But we've all done videos on this thing over the years, and it still stands. It's still right there. No big deal. Nothing to see here, folks. It ain't going anywhere. The stone is situated in the Great Hall at the airport, term used by Masons referring to their meeting hall. There are Masonic symbols on the stone and a keypad which seems to be written in Braille. There are prophetic murals. Prophetic meaning it shows everything burning down, everybody dying, and then children taking over again. Long story short, you see what I'm saying? But it's all over the place. I've got 4K video of all this stuff. I've been in here a million times. It isn't just the walls. All over the floors, there's crazy carvings and there's crazy atomic numbers, etc. Things off the periodic table of elements, stuff like that. It's completely insane. So to see this and then see this story come out of Colorado all of a sudden where they're just shutting, every single solitary school is completely, totally shut down. There's a mystery illness. People are throwing up and vomiting. It's going to be vaccines. Here it comes. You know what I mean? If you don't know what the Vigilant Citizen website is, it's a very good website. I don't actually know who this dude is. I've hit him up a couple of times. I've never heard back. I don't know anybody that's ever actually heard from him, but he covers all this stuff. And over the years, I've used this a lot of his information. So long story short, here we go. Here we go. They're messing with the weather. They're making things colder. It's going to be gray tomorrow. The sun was out for like 3 hours today, and then the airplane showed up big time. But check this out. Let me continue to show you this. Let me try. There's a lot here to get through. So this is a news story from Channel 9 from several years ago, if I remember correctly. Let me see. September 4th, 2018. And this is the people from Denver International Airport on Channel 9 News.
It is a sign that DIA is either in on the joke or they are mocking us to our faces. So it really depends on whether you see the conspiracy theories that have long swirled around the airport as the hilarious musings of the unhinged, or just a funny joke about the lizard people who control the world from beneath our airport. DIA now has conspiracy-themed construction signs all over the place as they redo the central terminal. This is fantastic. I love this so hard. And if you go to the website that they're pushing on those signs, denfiles.com, may or may not direct you the information about the Great Hall renovation. Again, well played, DIA.
Yes, well played, DIA. We know every single solitary time that you're on the track, Snopes will pick up the story or they'll just make it into comedy. That's what they've been doing for years. Absolutely what they've been doing for years. And Denver International Airport is no exception. It's also no exception that this popped up there. Let me see. Stand by. I have a butler, but he doesn't really do very much. It's not a, you know, a coincidence that this occurred in Colorado first. This started a 3-year battle. You live in a state, you pay your taxes, you do your thing, you obey the laws, you're a citizen, and the state doesn't stand up for this. So now 11-year-olds can walk around topless. I mean, that's just totally insane, and it's illegal. It's illegal. Naked children are illegal. Do you follow what I'm saying? But somehow magically now in the new world that we live in right now, it isn't illegal. It's all good. But once again, coming straight out of Colorado. So Area 50, School Area 51, I find that strange that that's the nomenclature they used, but there it is, has a mysterious outbreak, and the number of schools went from 40 this morning to 46 this afternoon. And I did a video. It's on RFB2. I'll put a link in the chat right now. Yeah, the butler is a little creepy. I had to put sunglasses on him because no matter where I was in the room, he was looking at me, and that bummed me out. So there is that. Well, no, here, Linda McFadden. Here you go. I wouldn't believe Snopes if they said my hair was on fire, and my hair was on fire. Well, here's the deal. This is the litmus test. If it shows up on Snopes, then you know it's true. If Snopes debunks it, you know it's true. It's just like I told you with other YouTube channels that you follow that you think are telling you truth, or you think that they're Christians, or you think if they're getting views, NG, because nobody of consequence that's been doing this for any considerable amount of time has any movement in subscribers or any movement in likes, views, or whatever. So take advantage of the censorship. It's helping you weed out who's who and what's what. You see what I'm saying? So there's that. Who's who, what's what, there's that. But I digress. I agree. Snopes is indeed for dill holes. All right. This is why I'm making this video, not just because of the outbreak. The outbreak is a concern because I literally just mentioned it 2 days ago in a live stream, and here it is already directly in the center of the country. Perfect. There is a line being drawn in the sand, and they're crossing it, and nobody's pushing back. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Let me show you this. Remember this? This should have been a big thing. Sure. I mean, it showed up in videos. It showed up on websites. People blogged about it, so forth and so on. But you know what? It still happened. The Vatican still put it there. It's still at the Colosseum where Christians were fed to lions. This thing still is oh, Cheryl, throw away that word liberals. Let's not do that. Liberals means you're still prescribed to the left-right paradigm. Left-right, same bird. Just walk away from that. They're evil. All right? If you don't consider yourself a liberal, then you're a good person. If you consider them a liberal, just call them evil because they're all the same, different day. You see what I'm saying? Child sacrifice, the numbers of abortions, the number of children being handed over is still happening to this day, way more than when this statue was probably actually active. Do you see what I mean? But look at this. This is in the last couple of weeks. This is the news. Child sacrifice, children being allowed or encouraged to walk around topless 11 years and older in 6 states, not just Colorado, but Colorado's the one that actually threw in the towel and didn't want to fight for their citizenry. You know what I mean? Because, government. Now, take that and mix in a little bit of this, and you'll see where they're going. They've been pushing, they've been testing, and they're winning. Amazon pulled the shirt that was for sale that said Daddy's Little Slut on it. A t-shirt for children. It's a t-shirt for children, people. It says Daddy's Little Slut. I mean, that's a natural thing, right? I mean, it's a natural... All right. I'm having a hard time not swearing because I can't express myself in certain ways without swearing. So if it offends you, don't let it. I don't know what to tell you, man. I honestly don't know what to tell you. All right. I can't even imagine why in the world ever in a million years that anybody would make a shirt and sell it and Amazon would allow it that said Daddy's Little Slut on it. But that's where we're at right now, because you know what? If that shirt pissed people off, if that little girl was in Colorado, she could just take her shirt off and walk around topless. Well, wouldn't that be perfect? Do you see what they're doing? Do you see what they're going after? I mean, how many weeks in a row do I have to do live streams where I'm saying, hey, look at Satan, children, sex, children, naked children, children. Do you see what they're doing here? They're not worrying about us. Everybody's walking around worrying about things like Epstein's dead. Who cares? Who cares? They're using this to their advantage right now. That's all there is to it. Epstein is keeping plenty of people busy, and they're not looking at what I'm showing you right now. And that's just a fact. Do you see what I'm saying? Let me pull up the next one because it's just never ending. I can do this all day. I'm not going to, but I could if I wanted to. Remember this? This creepy, lame singer from Canada who decided to make a clothing line. This entire thing was absolutely batshit insane, except it happened. It happened, and it blows me away. Oh, these are gender neutral. Well, that's one way to say things, gender neutral, except all of these things were covered with upside down crosses, Baphomet stars, all sorts of crazy satanic stuff. Like, look at, you see this little kid's, see what this little kid's wearing? That's gender neutral. No, it's not. No, it's not. Gender neutral would be showing a worm. Do you know what I mean? If you want to get really down to brass tacks, this is just evil, and that's all of it is. Upside down crosses, Baphomets, etc. These are gender neutral. The word New World Order means gender neutral. And look at this creepy thing. Hey, Celine, do you want your career back? Because, I mean, you sucked in the first place. We need you to do this. You betcha. Anything for fame. And that's exactly what happened. I happen to pull this particular story up because an exorcist warned her that her clothing line is satanic, because apparently in this day and age, it takes an actual exorcist to notice this stuff, because the regular people aren't noticing it. It's no big deal. If it's in style, it's all good. You know what I mean? But are you seeing the trend here? I mean, how many videos in a row do I have to do where it goes like this over and over and over and over? I hear you. I don't care. If Celine Dion's a man or a woman, to me, that's irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant. So let's just stay on what we can see right now. Let's not get caught in the minutia of things, because that's why the minutia is put there. But I digress. She does look dead. So didn't Geordie Rose, remember? Everything has a penis. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now, this is amazing. Once again, Amazon. This is a children's book of demons. And this book shows children. Is somebody bullying you at school? Is something bad? Are you sad? Are you fat? Are you lazy? Are you dumb? Well, now for $9.88, you can buy this children's book of demons, and you can teach your children, or hell, they can just learn on their own how to summon demons. It has sigil drawing skills. What did we just do the other night before I showed all the grown-ups in my chat those demonic sigils? We said a prayer of protection. Who's going to protect these kids? Do you see the absolute onslaught? This isn't evolution. It's not like we're old fuddy-duddies like, oh, Richie, people just need to be what they need to be. No, they're specifically targeting the children. They want them satanic. They want them naked. They want to kill and rape and control your children. They're just waiting us out, or they're going to freeze us out, or whatever. But this is totally batshit insane. Absolutely insane. And yet it's a real thing, just not a big deal. Amazon pulls Daddy's Little Slut t-shirt, but the children's book of demons, $9.98. You can order one for yourself right now, or for one of your loved ones. I mean, this is totally unbelievable to me. Amazon has it. Walmart has it. All the big city and town destroying places have it. All of them. Do you see what's going on here? I believe they've opened a portal. I'm almost positive of it. I can't prove it, but this is the only way I can explain all of this evil just flooding through totally, completely, and 100% unchecked. The only people that are talking about this are sitting in this chat right now. Breaking Israeli News ran this today. I'm not going to read that. Maybe I will. But Hashem was incensed at his going. So an angel of Hashem placed himself in the way as an adversary. He was riding on his she-ass. I don't know what that means. That's why I didn't want to read this. I don't even know what that means. With his two servants alongside. Numbers 22:22, the Israel Bible. For parents looking to introduce their children to devil worship, Walmart and Amazon are now selling a new children's book entitled A Children's Book of Demons. In the About section, the publisher tries to turn the act of summoning demons into a kid-friendly activity, saying summoning demons has never been so much fun. And it goes on and it goes on. As the publisher's weekly text reads, Leighton integrates a hands-on craft element into this playful guide that invites readers to conjure gentle demons by writing their sigils, which serve as a phone number straight to the spirit. The demons necessitate specific summons. You know what? I'll leave this in the chat. You can read this if you want, because we did not say a prayer of protection, and I do not want to inadvertently summon or cause any of you to summon anything. If you read that, and I'm going to take it down. If you read that, say a prayer of protection first. This is insanity. This is total, complete, unbelievable insanity. Do you know why God said once people are dead, they're not going to contact you? It don't work like that. We don't have the capacity to understand what our loved ones would be saying to us anyways on the other side. They're on the other side. They're on another dimension. They're on the other side of the veil. We've got 5 senses. We've gone over this I don't know how many times. They've got all the senses. They can't contact us. But I'll tell you what, you grab a couple of candles, make a few squiggles on the ground, and start praying, something will definitely happen without fail. Because demons, fallen entities, all these things, they're dying. They're dying to inhabit your body, take over your life, or just have you join them in hell, because that's what they're trying to do. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not stupid. They know they're already screwed. They know they don't win in the end. They're going to try everything they possibly can. But long story short, they want as many of us with them as possible, period. These guys are killing it. They're killing it. It's amazing to me that every single day this just keeps happening. Not a big deal. Nobody seems to care. And nothing will stop. Nothing will change on the other side. Most people don't even know that this is a thing. And if they do, it'll be some blurb on the way to whatever. Remember when it was all of us freaking out in 2016 when this first popped up? Well, guess what? It hasn't gone anywhere. Nobody talks about it. Help us counter evangelism in school, because those damn Christians, they talk about God and hell and all those other consequences. We're going to give children the opportunity to just do whatever they want. Do what thou wilt, because it shall be the whole of the law. This is an old tune, just ramped up all over again for another generation, and that's it. They're going to wait us out. They didn't have to do martial law. They didn't have to do anything. For years, they were doing military movements. They were doing drills with the police officers. They were doing things that you would do if you were an authority military figure to get ready for martial law. And then somebody just backed up and said, why bother? These people aren't going to do shit. We've got people on YouTube in the millions telling other people, and still they don't do shit. We don't have to do anything. Let's just wait them out. Actually, let's just test them. Let's see how much we can mess with them with technology, with the weather. Let's see how far we can push it till these people finally wake up. I love these other channels. Oh, these guys, there's a mass awakening. There's people. No. Actually, there isn't. There isn't. And to be perfectly honest, I don't trust anybody saying shit like that. Because if there was an awakening going on, this stuff would be gone. this stuff would be gone, and it's not. It's getting worse, and it's getting creepier, and it's getting more self-evident what it is. These people are child abusing, child molesting, child sacrificing scum of the earth, organized crime, devil worshiping, illuminists, period. And we pay them to live here. We agree. We do whatever they say. We consent to whatever they say, or they'll take away our vaping, or they'll take away your license, or they'll take away your home, or they'll take away your freedom. Somebody left a comment in that video that I put up this morning about the outbreak. Somebody left a comment, and I'm not going to put you out there. Well, maybe I will. Because you know what? We're almost out of time. It's time to put everybody out there. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out a way to fake taking the vaccine when the mandatory vaccines come. This person said in the chat, in this, figure out a way. I'll figure out a way. It'll probably end up on the news, or you'll probably end up with your head in a bucket. But believe it or not, prepare yourself physically, spiritually, and mentally. We've already done a live stream where I said, what would you do? What would you do? You going to let them take you? Am I wrong here? I mean, did I make all these headlines that just keep showing up every single solitary day? This is happening. This is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the sky didn't unroll like a scroll yet, but it will. We may not be here anymore. They're shutting off power. Well, it's going to be windy, so we're going to shut off the power because we don't want fires to happen. They shut off the powers, and the fires happen anyways. Do you know why? Exactly. It's freezing in November. Well, Richie, we did that yesterday too. And then I showed you the records from NOAA, not from me, from NOAA. It's usually around 50 degrees, sometimes 38 at night. It's been freezing. And thousands of people in the chat all up and down the East Coast seem to be saying the same thing. Where are we at? You know what I'm saying? At any rate, Richie from Boston. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. Links will be pinned in the comments. And I'm out. Bay Violet, I would never do that. Thank you, though. Nice shirt. I'm out.